Welcome back to Star Trek Online, everybody. I'm your host, the Housecoat Gamer. Today we're flaying around with the Klingon again. You know what, after this I'm just gonna stop with the whole intro thing and just get right to it. But first, Manhunt. Let's see if anything's actually changed since the last time I played this.
We have identified the Federation prisoner you've been chasing. His name is Franklin Drake. Some of our sources there is work to do.
Yeah, the intro hasn't changed one bit. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why is he flying this around? Why not the Machella? Whatever the freaking name is. Well, at the moment, this is the least offensive STD design that I have access to. If you've watched, well, my latest STD vid, well, the latest anniversary vid, that is, then I would really like to play around with... Alright, where is it? Well, this. The D7. But there is no legendary D7, and I don't have access to the lockbox or R&D temporal ships, so I'm gonna have to make do. That said, I hope there is a legendary bundle soon. That way I can just get it. And the Klingon can, well... And the Klingons can have some fun. Okay, enough is enough. Transwarping. I've got better things to do. And I'm shutting off the mic right now.
This is Warden Katak of the Rura Penthe Penal Colony. You do not have authorization to land. Turn back now. Any attempt to violate our security perimeter will be met with force.
Our authorization comes from Chancellor Jimpak himself. It is unwise to stand in the way of his representatives. Unless, of course, you'd like to become a resident of your own prison.
My apologies, Kalekanes. I am honored to meet you. What do representatives of the High Council seek at Rura Penthe? There are no Federation corps on Rura Penthe. Are you aware enemies of the Empire should be killed, not fed and coddled like infants?
It appears the spy is as good at getting into prisons as he is at escaping them. Check your sensor logs, Warden. He is here, somewhere.
Our security logs are checked every quarter hour as per regulations. There have been no transfers in or out of the colony within the last day. Only 2 ships have entered the system today. Yours and a Klingon shuttle. The shuttle left the system hours ago. You are still here.
Your arrogance is tiresome, Warden. Produce your sensor logs at once.
Our logs clearly indicate the shuttle left the system hours ago. And there have been no transfers. All prisoners in this colony are either accounted for or dead. Your trail has gone cold.
Ready to beam down on your command, Captain. There is a magnetic field covering the entire penal colony to prevent prisoners from escaping via transporter. We'll have to beam down to the outskirts of the magnetic field and walk to the entrance.
Halt! Where do you think you are going? You may have crossed the magnetic shield, but your visit is unannounced, and you will follow protocol. No one simply wanders around this prison. I will escort you to the Warden. You will follow me. Warden, the visitors are here.
I can see them, Rogas!
Your presence here is unnecessary. The only Federation citizens on Rurapenthe are frozen into the ice. But don't let me dissuade you from your manhunt. My guards will stay where they are. If there was a breach, it would have tripped the alarms. Our security system is quite advanced. This is a prison, after all. But please, examine the security system for yourself. If you refuse to accept the word of the prison's warden, that is. You dare to question the honor of a warrior of the House of Torg? You may be representatives of Jempak, but you'll taste my blade if you insult me again. Go, see for yourselves. You'll only find the Patak dumped here to rot.
Follow me to the general holding area.
There is a priority target in the area. Stay alert.
Take one of the jackal mastiffs with you to sniff out treachery.
Interrogate the prisoners, Captain. One of them may have spotted the fugitive.
Target acquired. Subject is guilty of treason. Termination authorized.
I ain't seen nothing, and I don't know nothing.
Take your ugly face somewhere else before I cave it in with my fist.
Is this an inspection?
Ain't no humans down here, Chief. I don't know you.
I believe someone is following you, Captain. Turn around.
None of these prisoners will help you. They can sense danger far better than you can. And they know the risks of getting involved in a fight that's not theirs. Because I'm not a Patak like the Warden and his cousin. Have you asked yourself, why would a human come to Rurapenthe? The human is here to extract a prisoner. There are no other alternatives. If he was coming to kill someone, then he's a Koch. All he needed to do was wait. Everyone sent to this hole dies. Most are dead within a year. Are you questioning my honor? If you think you're safe because you hold a weapon, you're mistaken. The only thing standing between you and a cold grave is my patience. Someday I'll teach you a lesson for testing my resolve. The human is here, but it is a complicated situation. You must do exactly as I say. We are surrounded by enemies, and you will need my help to survive. The only crime I've committed was thinking there could be peace between the great houses. And all you need to know is that I am a Klingon warrior with the information you need. Follow me, and I will take you to the one the prisoners call the Worm. The Worm is over by the mine entrance.
There you are. I was wondering if I'd lost you.
Don't try to play coy with us. You have the subterfuge skills of a wounded tar. Did you think no one here would notice a new prisoner? Or that no one would notice when you tampered with the air exchanges?
I see you've found a new friend. Look, if I had the time to explain, I would. But I'm on a tight schedule, and you took your time getting here. If you want to know what's really going on, you'll have to ask your new friend. I need to be going.
Follow him! He's running for the surface! Hurry! We have to stop him! The worm has slithered to the surface. We need to stop him before he can reach the edge of the magnetic shield. I promise that I'll explain everything once we track him down. The human is trying to cross the ice. We need to hurry before he gets outside the magnetic shield. In that case, we don't have any time to waste. It will be difficult to track his movements in this flurry. Those were wild jackals. Keep a lookout for more. They travel in packs.
How can they survive on the surface?
They must feed on the corpses of dead prisoners.
You said you would explain why you were thrown into Recruitment.
I am a diplomat. My peaceful words were called treason.
How can there be peace? We are at war!
You've clearly never read the works of Chancellor Gorkon.
everyone wonders why my Klingon doesn't carry a bat'leth.
Now, let me ask you a question. How can we win a war if we can't stop fighting one another?
Honor must be upheld.
The words of a warrior. Still, killing one another for honor blinds us to greater threats. There he is!
Impressive. Your determination is commendable. There's more at stake here than dealing with a lone human on a mission of mercy. In fact, our intelligence says you have very little time left to act. Our friend here discovered that one of the great houses is plotting against the Empire. He's correct, but his curiosity cost him. Now you and Kemtar, will both have a chance for glory. Kemtar, your father still has friends in the Federation. They believe he's in great danger. I recommend a trip to the Vor system. There you'll find out just how big of a mess you're in, and find the proof that Worf will want.
I don't. He and I have never met. But as I told you, the story is complicated. What you need to know is that he speaks the truth. There is a plot against the Empire, and it is not the Federation's doing. Our true enemies are closer than we realize. If we want to protect our people, we must go to the Vor system and see what is there.
I don't care if you trust me. Kemtar, tell your father that obligations have been met. Only you can decide how you'll deal with the greater threat.
The only threat you should be worried about is me. You're a miserable Karut. Not only have you broken penal colony protocol, but you've meddled in the affairs of House Tor. I don't care if Kemtar is innocent. We were paid a great deal of latinum to keep this piece of Baktak locked up. He's not leaving here, and neither are you.
That's my cue to exit. Good luck.
Taking damage detected. Shield losing power.
We can expect more guards soon. You must have a ship in orbit. We should beam up as soon as possible and discuss what has happened.
We read you, Captain. What are your orders? We can't get a lock on your position, Captain. You must still be within range of the magnetic field. We will bring the ship down to the surface to pick you up, Captain.
If we head for higher ground, it will be easier for your ship to locate us. Look up ahead. The Warden and the guards are approaching.
You dishonorable dog! When the High Council hears what Jempak's representatives have done here today, they will order your immediate execution!
Enough to keep us warm long after you're dead. We get paid whether Kemtar lives or dies. So before I kill you, I'll offer you the coward's choice of surrender. What am I forgetting, Tosha?
putting end to a band of dishonorable fools. I trust you're ready to leave this freezing, miserable place, Captain. In many ways, I think Rurapente is worse than Grathor itself.
Drake said we should go to the Vor system. What would we possibly find there? Whatever is there, it is a threat to the Klingon Empire. We must find evidence to show the Council.
Transporter room is standing by, Captain. We're ready to bring you aboard at your command.
Your report on Warden Kratak and the...
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
During my time as ambassador, I uncovered evidence that one...
Captain, we've entered the Vor system. There's a starbase in orbit dead ahead. Huh. It's one of ours, but the record's listed as a research facility operated by Uridian scientists.
The Uridians are not known for their scientific prowess, but the research station is listed as a protected asset. According to your ship's computer, the Uridians have a trade agreement with a human scientist named Amar Singh. He is working with someone in the Empire on a genetic research project. It's unclear what Drake expected us to find here.
This is Research Facility Logner Beta 3. I am Plardos Yarden, commander of the station. With whom am I speaking? We weren't informed there would be visitors today. How may we serve the Empire?
Commander Plardos, you will provide this ship's computer access to all recent station communication logs. You will also transmit a manifest of shipments and supply delivery receipts for the last month.
Well, this is unexpected. You do realize that we have an agreement with your government and Dr. Singh. Our research is highly classified. You do have some sort of official order granting permission to view these records?
Message sent.
Why are you attacking us? Please, we are not your enemy.
Yeah, there's nothing changed for the dialogue, so moving on.
They've powered up defensive cannons and launched small craft. The station commander sent a distress signal. A ship is responding. Captain, Romulan warbird on sensors. Captain, the Romulans are hailing us.
We received a distress call from this station. We are here to provide assistance. Station command,
I find this very suspicious. Why would Romulans respond to a distress call here?
The Romulans hailed the station on an open frequency, and then immediately switched to an encrypted channel. The The Romulan ship hasn't raised shields. What are they up to?
I don't need to remind you.
Captain, the station has transported several crates of goods to the Romulans.
Commander Plardos has the foolish bravado of the Klingon Empire.
More Romulan ships dropping out of water. Interesting. One of the Romulans is firing on other Romulan ship. Good lord. Hear it.
This is Commander Kelleck of the Romulan Republic. We are here to cooperate with the Klingon Empire. The Romulan Republic is thankful for your assistance. We had tracked the Tall Shi'ar to this system, but we would have been outmatched without your aid. The Romulan Republic faces many challenges.
Yeah, that dialogue's the same, so moving on.
Please listen to me.
Yeah.
We've received the data that Kemtar requested, Captain. It will take some time to analyze these files and track the source of the shipments. In the meantime, we are prepared to leave the system on your command.
Yeah, I think this one's bugged. I'll have to take that up with the devs.
Your officers have analyzed it, and my father is... You can trust.
That was a unique one. But yeah, I think the ambush thing is kind of broken. And because I know the dialogue hasn't changed one iota, Michael Dorn refuses to return to STO.
Perhaps. First, tell me who you are. Greetings. How may I assist you? That isn't...
So, yeah.
Has Worf agreed to speak? Did you given their history, I agree. These events are very disturbing. They paint a picture of a large conspiracy against prominent houses of the Empire. I will work with my contacts to see what else I can learn. And I will notify you when I have enough leads to further our investigation.
Congratulations, Lieutenant. Sorella, Lady of the House of Martok, has requested that you meet her at the House Estate in the Ketha Lowlands. She did serve
that
the
one hasn't been changed one bit. And now you probably see why I don't bother with melee. Ranged is...
the estate of House Martok. It has been too long. After Gowron stripped my house of its titles and lands, this place became my home. I will defend it and House Martok to my final breath. Come, Lady Sorella waits for us ahead. Believe me when I say it is unwise to keep her waiting.
Welcome. I will skip the usual pleasantries. We have serious matters to discuss. The House of Martok has many enemies. Some of them seek to curry favor with Gempok, or the House of Duras, by striking at us. Until now, most of these attacks have been little more than a nuisance. But now we know that an enemy may be plotting to assassinate Worf. And my grandson, Maven, may also be a target. The filthy Baktag willing to carry out such dishonorable attacks must be stopped. And so, I ask you to find these assassins and eliminate them.
Any threat to House Martok will be dealt with, my lady. On that, you have my word as a warrior. Where is Maven now?
He is on his way to the Batleth tournament on Forcus 3 with your father. Worf assured me that he would handle security matters during the trip, but that was before you reported your findings to me. Before you go, I have another concern. Our local farmers reported seeing a Romulan here recently. Given Kemtar's suspicions of a house collaborating with the Tal Shiar, it seems to be an odd coincidence. We need to know what the Romulan was doing here before you leave for the tournament.
A Romulan? Here? Once I would have considered that impossible. But we live in strange times. Maybe they have come to their senses and joined with the Empire against the Federation. I haven't seen this Romulan myself, but one of the others might have. You have my leave to speak with the workers. One of them might have seen your pointy-eared interloper about.
Of what interest is a Klingon farm to a Romulan?
Not the farm itself, but the house that controls it.
The only thing I've paid attention to of late has been the lack of rain.
Yeah. Same freaking dialogue.
The dogs have been busy tearing up my roots, but other than that, I haven't seen anything unusual.
I remember seeing the Romulan. He said he was a surveyor hired to architect a new irrigation system. He set up equipment on the hill over there, but I haven't seen him lately. It wouldn't surprise me if he's up to no good. You can never trust a Romulan.
This surveyor may be more than he seems. The idea of a Romulan moving alone, freely on estate grounds? I do not like where this is going. Let's follow his steps. Doing so could lead to insight on the Romulan's actions. I see the equipment there. It is definitely Romulan tech. That is definitely Romulan gear, but it is not surveying equipment.
Looks like a cloaking device. In case anyone's wondering, I've actually watched the Enterprise incident, and that looks a lot like the cloaking device from the Enterprise incident. If a bit changed.
It is a short-range EM transmitter, not something a surveyor would use, Romulan or otherwise. I have a bad feeling about this. Disable it at once! It is well done. We still have a suspicious Romulan on the loose, however. There is a shipping and receiving area nearby, close to a landing pad. I suggest speaking with the workers there. They may have seen our mysterious surveyor recently.
Well, I have to say this is typical. I will resolve this in a moment.
Feral Tars. Always a problem at this time of year.
Enemy target on sensor.
As stated, resolved.
Yes, I remember this man. It's not every day you see a Romulan in the Ketha lowlands. He didn't say he was a surveyor, though. He told me that he was a part of a diplomatic delegation studying our agriculture. Martok would have never let a Romulan set foot on our world. That's why I don't think much of Jimpak. He's too soft. The oddest thing I remember, other than him being a Romulan, was that he personally scheduled the delivery of goods to the farm. That is against our security procedures. Lady Sorella insists on authorizing all deliveries to the manor. However, his codes were valid, and he had Lady Sorella's signature, so I did as he asked. His delivery arrived today. It is a large package we moved to the grain storage shed near the house of Martok's manor. The Nep would know what was ordered. He handles most of Lady Sorella's business transactions.
And now our surveyor is a diplomat. A Tal Shiar spy seems more likely. I processed that delivery. It was an...
Yeah, it's the same.
This spy is clever, placing the explosives near the house of Martok's fertilizer stores. If he detonates them, the results will be devastating. I believe that device we found earlier was intended to be a trigger relay. Taking it out will slow the Romulan down, but it may not be enough to foil his plan. We should focus our search near the fertilizer shed. The spy will need a good vantage point to monitor the area before he triggers the detonation. Come, the hunt continues. Use your scanner to search for Romulan life signs. The signal is getting weaker. The signal is getting stronger. The signal is getting stronger.
That would have been a lot faster had I not, well, you get the idea.
The signal is getting stronger. The signal is getting stronger.
This is getting ridiculous.
The signal is getting stronger. The signal is getting stronger.
And I think it's gotten bugged.
There, by the ship. What is that Romulan doing?
The House of Martok will crumble, and with it, the rest of the Klingon Empire. You cannot stop what has begun.
Treacherous for shock! It's an ambush!
Enemy target on center.
They're finished. Deal with that bomb before it kills us all. This ship, it is the Rotaran, the flagship of House Martok. That Romulan wanted to blow up more than fertilizer. It would have been a fatal blow, both to the house and its honor. One thing is clear. Whoever is behind this plot has no honor. Not even a Fekiri would join forces with the Tal Shiar. It is madness!
How's Duras?
We must continue the hunt, my friend. The Romulan still draws breath, and as long as he lives, our troubles will multiply. A piece of Baktok probably beamed up to a cloaked vessel in orbit. Let us return to your ship and see if we can find it. Ever since Gempok recognized the government on New Romulus, the number of Romulan ships in orbit over Kronos has increased. Most of them have legitimate reasons for being here. As a diplomat, I realize that harassing such a ship could lead to an incident. That's trouble we do not need. Very well. I am willing to continue, as long as you understand that discovering the vessel that holds our quarry will be difficult. There's a lot of warp and impulse traffic in the area. It's too much for the scanners to handle, especially if we're dealing with a cloaked ship. That's assuming the ship is still in the system. They may have gone to warp as soon as the spy stepped off the transporter pad. Ah, your intuition served us well, my friend. Scanners are detecting trace singularity distortions from the nearby asteroids. I believe a cloaked Romulan warbird recently entered warp there. If we get a closer scan, I will be able to plot a course based on the warp trail signature.
I'm being pursued by annoying Klingon insects. What are they called? Ah, yes. Glob flies.
If this doesn't get an ambush kill, I'm going to be incredibly disappointed. Because, well, do I really need to point out the obvious? I'm a bit of a collector. I like getting things, completing things.
As much as I would love to dance, I have a pressing appointment elsewhere. So let's change of heart.
Let's see if we can follow the warp trail of the Romulan leader.
This is beginning to get tiresome.
Ah, there it is. Warp trail detected. Sensor analysis indicates that the Romulan is headed for the Forcus system. Agreed. I believe Lady Sorella's suspicions were correct. The Romulans mean to kill Maven and anyone that gets in their way. Like my father. Both Maven and my father are formidable warriors, but even they can be overwhelmed by numbers and treachery. I must go to Forcus to warn them. Will you join me, my friend?
Let us hope. That the bug does not persist.
We have arrived in the Forcus system. The Warbird's warp trail ends here. She's out somewhere. Initiating sensor sweep now. I've hailed him several times, but he has not answered. Either he is unable to respond, or unwilling to respond. Let us hope he is engaged with the Batleth tournament, and watching over Maven. We will need to beam down to the surface to know for certain, however. Yes, she is dropping into orbit over Forcus 3, and hailing us. It appears Commander Tarson would like a word.
You're becoming an annoyance. You have made yourself a target by defending the House of Martok. By following me here, you've given me no choice but to destroy you.
He cloaked! Scan for energy traces so we can follow him.
Klingons are helping the Romulans! They are Makwi!
Well, I have ambushed 2 targets.
Cloaked again! We must find him! Quickly!
It is bugged. I'm beginning to really get sick and tired of bugs. I prefer things to work, as you might have guessed. Yeah.
You cannot stop what is already set in motion. The Klingon Empire will fall.
About bloody time. I mean, I'm probably never going to use it. But it's better to have it.
Tarson may have beamed himself and his agents to the surface. He also has Klingon traitors aiding his cause. We have more work to do, my friend. Let us beam down and attempt to contact Maven and my father before things get worse.
The area. Stay alert.
Any Romulans here will be well hidden, but their Klingon allies will be able to move freely. Even so, someone might have noticed some unusual behavior. Let's start in the bar. Tongues loosened by blood wine may reveal clues we'd otherwise miss.
Yeah, after this, I'm probably gonna need a drink myself. Of the alcoholic variety.
Did you see Jim Packwood?
Yeah, that's the same.
Wonderful!
Yeah.
Have you seen the fighter from the House of Durham?
Yeah.
General Chang fucked up.
Yep. I'm sorry, but the dialogue hasn't changed one bit.
And what do you...
Same.
Do you really think a Romulan would be foolish?
Yep.
The enemy is devious, moving in disguise. Tactics worthy of House Mokai, but not a true Klingon warrior. If they're posing as cargo hauls, they will have access to the locker rooms where competitors store their gear. They need only wait there for Maven between rounds and strike when he least expects it.
Oh, I like that casual
Hearing
insult.
the chanting and sounds of battles reminds me of the first time I celebrated.
There is a priority target in the area.
That was the first time I remember understanding what it means to be a Klingon warrior.
Well, Nukhnek, speak quickly. I have a tournament to run, and little time for fools. Access is limited to maintenance staff and competitors. If you have a security concern, take it up with security. I am, and you will explain your impudence before I show you why I am in charge. The hard way.
There is another way. Is it still possible to enter the tournament?
Not as a competitor, but we do have an opening for an exhibition match. One of the fighters put enough blood wine in his gut to drop the Gone King and had to withdraw. If you wish to take his place, I will allow it. Then combat you shall have. No firearms are allowed. You must use a melee weapon. A bat'leth is preferred, but this is an exhibition, so you may use an unconventional melee weapon if you wish. Even one of those Vulcan lurpas they wave at each other in mating disputes. Ha!
Now, where is my target for assassination?
And now, an exhibition match.
Enemy targets uncensored.
This concludes
Oh!
the exhibition. Our next match will begin shortly.
Seriously, where is my target?
Ha! You fight well. Work on your form, and you might qualify for next year's tournament. You may use the locker rooms to clean up. Go. Should you have the courage, I will allow you the honor of buying me a blood wine later. Perhaps we will see if you drink as well as you fight.
I said that I would tell you the story of how I came to be called Chemtop. Chemtop was the name of a warrior who saved my father from assassins on Moranga Ford. I used the name Chemtop to honor his memory, to remind me of what it means
a glob
to
fly
be Klingon.
buzzes into these hallowed chambers? This is a place for competitors, insect! Begone! The insect buzzes still. I think it is time I stifled it permanently. Last chance, Globfly. Leave on your own 2 feet or on the barge to Grethor. Your choice.
Enemy targets uncensored. Personal shield losing power.
And now you discover why I think melee is broken. Oh sure, somebody else can hit me from 10 feet away.
More traitors in league with Tarsk.
Target located. Crimes include sabotage and assassination. Termination authorized.
Flanking damage detected. Enemy combatants in close proximity.
Excellent, now I have my better ship. Well, better is relative. But it's nice to have something, you know, that doesn't look like utter crap. Oh! Yoink. We'll see how it really looks.
You are looking for Maven? He is in another room, further down the hallway.
When I'm done.
Maven has fallen to treachery. The House of Martok will have it. He's using the field to weaken our energy weapons. Switch to a melee weapon.
Good. Let me.
Tor! I need reinforcements!
Well, at least my crew are serving as, how shall I put this? Competent meat shields. Freaking melee is broken. Oh boy. I know exactly what Worf is gonna say.
What is the meaning of this, Alexander? Maven was sent here to replace his equipment, and yet I find you—
Lady Sorella feared that you alone would not be able to keep her grandson safe.
Yeah, same dialogue.
We followed—
I see you have been listening to my—
While you were here at the tournament, assassins moved against Lady—
I have not seen this evidence, but—
Agreed. A great house conspiring with the Tal Shiar to assassinate other Klingons. And it is not just a theory. How high does the corruption go?
Sorella and the rest of the House of Martok will mourn for her grandson. But I must also see that security remains a priority.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Lieutenant. My former jailers were from that house. At least, before we sent them to Grethel on the frozen tundra of Rura Pente. You have fought with me this far, my friend. Will you see this through to the end? Help me serve House Torg, a dish colder than the gulag they used to command.
In a moment. One never argues with free dilithium. Now let's take a look at this new bird of prey. It's a quasi-ship review, but it looks a lot better than the original. Takes the general concept and makes it better. Actually looks Klingon. I'll give this thing the proper skin it deserves later. And this is supposedly a tier 6 ship? Please, the Burrell is better.
The idea that one of the great houses is conspiring with Romulans to attack House Martok is troublesome. Come to the Kethel Lowlands. Worf and I would be honored if you would participate in Maven's Hecate. Once we have put our family matters to rest, you may work with Worf and Kemtar to determine our plan of attack. Serve the Empire well. House Martok.
As much as I can. This will be the last mission for today. After that, well.
Maven was the heir of House Martok. We will be diminished without him. He died as a warrior born, and soon he will join his honored ancestors in the halls of Stovokor.
Hi, Kern. You're late.
You honor my house by returning the body of Maven to his home. My grandson was very traditional. In his honor, we shall perform an Akfo. Together, we will follow our ancient traditions by watching over Maven until his spirit is ready for the journey to Stovokor. I would be honored if you joined us in the Akvo.
In the flash, before the night, you heard the call of Stovokor. The warriors singing. Cry out your name. Welcome home. Welcome home. Let not your heart be filled with fear. The spirit soars on honor's wings. Your heart is singing. You found your way. Welcome home. Welcome home. Thank you for participating in the Akvo.
Yeah.
Pardon my interruption, Gintok. We have an urgent security matter. House of Tog warriors was seen gathering in the first city. We have word that they are planning an assault, and will be here any moment.
Send an alert to everyone on the... Here they come. Show them no mercy.
And get the stabbing.
Defend, Lady Sorella!
If anyone will let me.
House Tog will end you Martok fools, and your pathetic house. You desecrated the Akvo, and for that, you will die.
The ferry for Grathor leaves soon.
More enemies approach.
What can I say? Even if I don't want to, I want this Batleth as badass as it can be.
Torg sent his lackeys to attack us during a sacred ritual. He is truly a dishonorable Takek, and I will have my vengeance. Worf, Kemtar, honored allies of House Martok, hear me now. Lead our warriors against the House of Torg and bring an end to their treachery once and for all.
After everything you have done, take Alexander with you. Take Alexander.
It may be a piece of crap, but at least it gives me a better skin.
We've arrived in the Gorath system. Our transponder signal has been linked to the Martok fleet commander, and we're receiving battle instructions. The IKS Mooj will follow us. Our task is to destroy hard assets that Torg could use to mount a counterattack.
To battle!
Known that it is a right and proper cloak. None of this STD crap. Proper cloak. Don't get comfortable with this Tier 5U starship. Yes, it's Tier 5U, not Tier 6. All Tier 6 ships have 10 consoles. This has 9. Therefore, it is Tier 6 of Tier 5. You get the idea. Cannons.
There is one away. Target it before it can escape.
And fire until it dies.
Empire will fail.
Yeah, this is Civil War. But yeah, just this is a lot better. A nice stepping stone between the Enterprise bird of prey, roughly a negative, roughly like the Hecta of STO. Yeah. This ship is a piece of crap.
There is one of the freighters. Target it before it can escape.
But maybe a piece of crap. But it's a piece of crap that looks good. I can't argue with that. Let's try and get one more kill. Tomorrow we'll be using the pilot bird of prey. At least it won't look like, well... let's just say
With these assets destroyed, House Torg will be unable to resupply their forces. Their ability to fight will be greatly limited. Now, Torg must be brought before the Council, so that we may reveal the depths of his house's treachery.
Yeah, it just looks better.
At last, the stronghold of House Torg. This will be over soon. Torg is here, trapped like a Hadibach. That will make him dangerous, but not invincible. Coward that he is, Torg will put all of his warriors in our path, including his son, Segen. Perhaps we will have vengeance for Maven sooner than we expected.
How redesigned. It looks a lot better than before.
Segen's quarters are up ahead. Despite being an idiot and a follower, he is the heir of House Torg. He will have supported his father in all things, even treason. Even the killing of Maven. For that, he must pay. Honor demands it!
What's this? Attack assassins? Here? Madness! Enemy command in close proximity.
If I didn't want all those bonuses, I would not be bothering with this. Also, melee is really, really broken. They can hit me from halfway across the room, 10 feet outside of my weapon's range.
Torg severed Martok's bloodline when he killed Maven. Now, with the death of Sagen, we have our revenge! As it has always been, my friend. As it always will be. For we are Klingon! We must seek any further evidence of Torg's treason. We can use what we find when we bring him before the Council.
This Alexander's a little more bloodthirsty than the original.
You told us this place was secure!
I kinda like it. A technical pacifist, but still Klingon. I still have yet to gain 100 kills. Disappointing, but not unexpected. And we're all using Federation tricorders now. Lovely. It's like they couldn't be bothered to... Hello? Does that mean what I think it means? No, it's just a random drop. You know, during the days of,
Target identified. Known crimes include treason and sedition. Termination sanctioned.
Treason and sedition? Ooh.
You dare to interrupt my drinking? You Martok fools must really want to die.
Those shipping containers in the back corridor are not of Klingon design. These are Romulan shipping containers, but they're filled with Klingon weapons and technology. These crates are similar to those we found in the Vor system. According to the shipping manifests, they're scheduled to be transferred to a freighter with a destination somewhere within Romulan space. This evidence connects Torg directly to the information we received from the Romulan Republic captain. Torg is selling weapons and secrets to the Tal Shiar, and in exchange, They provide him with deniable assets, ships and assassins to remove his competitors.
Hello. That's disappointing. Expected, but disappointing. Anyway, moving on. Ah, great.
You fight well, but you will go no further, assassins!
Torg must be locked in his audience chamber. We must get those doors open!
Die, 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 die. And everyone wonders why I despise melee. Ooh. More damage. You know, I wish I could compare this. Ah. 50% increased damage. You know, it's a damn shame that my personal endeavors haven't been maxed out. Oh well. What can I do? Other than keep killing things. What the? Oh. They couldn't just go, hey, you've broken in. Here, take the direct route. Since if you actually die. I know there's such a thing as challenge, but there's also such a thing as inconvenience. Now, I have to kill a lot of idiots. In melee. You know, if this thing did exactly as it said, I'd be practically invincible. But I am not. Hello. One does not argue with dilithium. Let's go talk to Torg.
That is far enough, you filthy piece of bastard! Did you think that you could walk into my home, kill my son, and live to tell about it? I will personally drag you and every other misbegotten member of your house to the frozen core of Rurapente, where you will all die without honor!
Your corruption is poison. You talk of honor, but have none of your own. You see power, yet trade it to our enemies for personal gain. You rule a great house, yet have no understanding of what makes our people great.
Don't talk to me of our people, Alexander, son of Worf. It is because of half-breeds like you that our people have grown weak. The fact that Martok accepted you into his family is reason enough for me to destroy his house. You have no idea what the future holds for our people. If you knew what the Romulans have told me, you would beg to join us.
Ah, he speaks of the Iconians. A nice little hint. That said, he's still guilty of high treason, therefore, there are a lot of things that are going to die.
Whatever the future may bring to the Empire, you will not be a part of it, Torg. I will see to that. Perhaps, in the future, there will be peace between our houses, but...
You dare insult me with talk of peace? As you stand there with the blood of my son on your hands? There will be no peace between us, mongrel. I will not rest until every man, woman, and child of House Martok are among the honorless dead, bound for Gwethor. Take care of these assassins, and bring me Alexander. I want to teach him a lesson.
Coward! He used his transporter!
About bloody time.
He has escaped for now, but when we are finished, we will make sure that he has nowhere to run. There will be no safe haven in the entire Empire for Torg. We must take the evidence we've collected to Kronos and present it to the High Council. Once Chancellor Gempok knows of Torg's treason, there will be justice at last. Perhaps they will put Torg into my old cell on Rurapente. It is more than he deserves, but it would be poetic.
I have to say, they've made some improvements.
Incoming hail. It is my father.
The remainder of our fleet has...
Yeah, that hasn't changed one bit. Engage cloaking device. I think I'm enjoying this a little too much. At any rate, first things first. Looks a lot better. Ooh. Wonder how much I have now. Enough that I'm gonna be a very happy man.
Reading a few ships on attack vectors, all with House Torg registries. Someone doesn't want us to present our evidence to the High Council. It does not matter. I did not come this far to fall in battle to the lackeys of Torg.
I am really beginning to enjoy the redo of this mission. I mean, this ship is still a piece of crap. Stats-wise, 9 just isn't good enough. 10 is barely enough.
My father has contacted Chancellor Jempok and explained the situation. He is waiting for us in the Great Hall. The Chancellor and the High Command are waiting for us as well. There, my father will formally accuse Torg of treason. Father tells me that Torg will be present as well. That should make things interesting.
Yeah, you're dead, buddy.
It is time. We must confront Torg.
Yeah, the original version of this still has all of Worf's lines, and you can easily compare the two if you want.
Ambassador Worf and Kimtar. An interesting band of warriors, to be sure. The time has come. We are ready to hear your claim. Are you prepared to show evidence to support it? Worf, son of Moog, you have called this council on a very serious matter. Speak.
The House of Martok will show evidence that Torg, son of Cormog, has committed acts of treason.
I will not stand by and let the House of Martok spread more lies and deceit to this council.
This brave warrior, together with my son Alexander, uncovered a plot by the House of Torg to transfer weapons and classified technology to our enemies in the Romulan Star Empire. We have presented to the Chancellor's aides physical evidence and computer logs that will trace stolen weapons from the exchange through the House of Torg to agents within the Tal Shiar.
This dishonorable Baktok would say anything to hide the weakness and decay in his own house.
The evidence is clear, Torg. It is the finding of this council that you have lost all sight of honor and are guilty of treason. The accusation stands. The judgment is discommendation. From this point forward, the House of Torg will be no more.
You have killed my son! You have stripped my house of honor! I will burn in the fires of Grethor! But not before I kill you!
Father, look out!
Ah! Alexander!
Oh boy. This is gonna end poorly.
We will control the Empire! Kill these fools!
Enemy combatant in close proximity. Flanking damage detected.
And I see the High Council doesn't even help. As usual.
Bring me out of here! Now!
Ouch.
It seems I am not the warrior I should have been, Father.
You were warrior enough to save me. All that matters now is that you are my son.
And for that, I am proud.
Save your strength, son. Help is coming.
They will be too late. Today is a good day to die.
It will be a good death. You are a warrior.
That was very anguished.
This tragedy will not be forgotten. Perhaps. But the...
Yeah. Let's talk to the Chancellor. I mean, I'm outside the Great Hall. Why not run there? Tomorrow will be the Fakiri.
We will make sure the House of Torg is properly punished for their cowardly actions. Torg has been on the council for many years, and I thought I knew his heart. I was wrong. I had no part in or knowledge of his acts against the House of Martok. For that, he will pay dearly.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
Congratulations! You have proven yourself to be a strong warrior and invaluable to the Klingon Empire. Report to the shipyard orbiting Kronos. I would like to formally recognize your contributions to the Empire.
Not today. Housecoat Gaming signing off.